The first thing you're going to want to do is dry the vehicle, get the engine and oil nice and hot. Once you've done that, put the vehicle up on ramps. I forgot that I lent my ramps out, so I had to do something different. What I did was I jacked the vehicle up using the factory jack points right here, and I put the tires on a big set of Dodge Ram tires that I had in the shop. That gives us the clearance to get underneath the vehicle. Once you've done that, get underneath the vehicle, and there is an access panel that takes a Phillips screwdriver. Normally you have a screw right here, a screw right here, and a screw right here. That's the access panel that you'd normally take off. This car looks like it's bottomed out on some stuff before, and the access panel might have gotten ripped off. So this is the drain plug for the engine. You're going to want to pull that. In this case, I'm going to use a 17mm socket and a ratchet to pull that drain plug out. Drain plug pulled. Now just let it drain. These engines hold 6 or 7 quarts of oil. Make sure you don't do what I did and use too small an oil pan. While you're waiting for the oil to drain, now is a good time to loosen the oil filter. It's located right on the top of the engine, towards the front on the driver's side. You're going to want to use a socket like this to break her loose. You just want to loosen it to the point where the seal has broken free. So generally, once you've done that, you'll get a little bit more oil coming out the bottom there. And once you've done that, you can pull the filter free. I'm going to get a couple of rags so I don't make a mess here. Okay, so once you've got enough rags around, you can pull the filter the rest of the way out. It's a cartridge style filter you find on lots of BMW products. Looks like that. And this filter comes out of the housing. Just pull it straight out. You might have to twist while you pull, but it'll come right out. And this is the part number for the oil filter that I'm putting in. I just got this directly from the BMW dealership. You can get it online as well. It comes with a new O-ring for the housing right here, this green O-ring for right here, and a new copper washer for the drain plug. You're going to want to remove both O-rings using a hook or something similar. Be very careful. You don't want to break anything, the housing or anything like that. But the O-rings come off pretty easily. You want to take this one off as well. I can't do it with one hand, but pretty much the same idea. You take a pick tool and pry the old O-ring out of there. And when you put the new ones on, you want to lube them with clean engine oil. That helps them go on, and you want to make sure they're lubed properly before you screw the oil filter back in. Something like that. Once you've got the O-rings put on and lubed, the oil filter simply slides into the cap right here. I normally push and turn it in. Of course, I can't do that with one hand, so stand by. And this is what it looks like once you've got the filter screwed or seated into the cap like this. From here, you can just go ahead and screw it back in engine block. Very important that the O-ring that you put on has ample lube on it, because this twisting motion will definitely rip the O-ring if you don't have lube on it. Go ahead and tighten the oil filter cap till it's snug. I'll put the torque spec in the comments below. But for the most part, most of us dealer techs just go snug. It's plastic, it doesn't need to go any further than that. Next, it's time to replace the copper gasket or seal on the drain plug. Go ahead and replace it with a brand new one that came with the oil filter, and screw it back into the bottom of the oil pan. I'll list the torque in the comments. Once the drain plug's in, now's a good time to take some brake cleaner to it and clean the area. Once you've ensured that the drain plug is tightened to the proper spec, and you clean the area around it so that it doesn't look like you have an oil leak, you can go ahead and put the cover back on using the 3 Phillips screws that you removed earlier. Once the drain plug is put back in and the cover is put back underneath, you can go ahead and take the vehicle off the ramps, or in this case off of the tires. And now it's time to put some oil in the engine. On this engine I'm going to start with 6 quarts. This is generally the oil that I like to use on BMW products. When in doubt, consult your manual. But in this case, you want to use a synthetic oil that has A3 and B4 ratings. You'll see that it has BMW Long Life 01 certifications. Pretty much any oil that meets those certifications will work. But like I said, consult your owner's manual or your local dealership and they can provide you guidance. I like this Castrol Edge European formula because it's available at Walmart, easy to get, and it's cheaper than the BMW oil that you find at the dealership. And all the BMWs I've run this stuff on run really well with it. Okay, I've got a BMW E60. In this case, it's a 2006 530xi. I just changed the oil on it, so I'm going to go ahead and reset the oil service indicator. And to do that, first you stick the key in the ignition, like so, and then you're going to go ahead and push the start-stop button until all the warning lights come on, like so. You're going to go ahead and push on the left button here and push and hold it. Oops, I didn't push it long enough. Push and hold it. So you get to something like this. You're going to go ahead and push the left. If you wait too long, like I did, it's just going to come out of the menu. So I'm going to do it again. And to scroll, you just push the left button again. So that's the cabin filter, brake fluid, oil, inspection, I believe that is, front brake pads, rear brake pads, state inspection, emissions inspection, spark plug change, back to the microfilter, cabin filter, brake fluid. We're going to do the oil, so push and hold it again. Get the question, reset, go ahead and push it, let go and push it one more time. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and push it. And then from there, it resets the oil. And if you go to the iDrive menu, you'll see that engine oil is now okay. I'm going to have to service the microfilter, the brake fluid, and basically just do a inspection of the vehicle to get these others to turn to the OK status. If you want to know how to get to this menu using an iDrive, I'll go ahead and start from the main menu. You push down on the button, iDrive button, and then go to info sources. You might have to scroll left to right. From here, go to service info, You can rotate the knob until you get down there, and then go ahead and push it down. And that's how you get here. I hope this helps. Thanks for watching. Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how you check the oil on a late model E60 or E61 BMW. In this case, it's a 2006 530xi. First thing you want to do is start it up and make sure the engine's running. Now, some definitions here. When I say push in, you're pushing in directly down towards the floor. Up is up, down is down, left is left, right is right. Scroll counterclockwise, scroll clockwise. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you're at the main menu. If you're not, go ahead and push the menu button until you get to this screen. From here, you push in on the button, which gets you to your information settings. So you want to scroll until you go to info sources. So in this case, I scrolled counterclockwise, push in, and then from here you can go scroll down to service info, push in again, and then from here you push in again, and then you might have to scroll up until you get to the status and engine oil level here. Scroll clockwise to engine oil level, and then you'll see engine oil level is okay, and it'll show you an electronic dipstick. It's at max right now. Last time I did an oil change on here, I started with 5 quarts, and it was low on this dipstick here, this electronic virtual dipstick. And I just kept adding a little bit more oil at a time until I got it to right up to the max. And that's it. Anyway, I hope this helps. Thank you for watching.